Greetings, everyone. I'm Mr. Lascala. Go ahead and wave to the camera. All right. Yeah, I can't see it. It's an asynchronous learning day. We have parent-teacher conferences all this week. So if you're watching this, it's because I can't get a connection or you can't log in on your usual time, and that's okay. Best part about this is you can fast forward, rewind, or even pause. All right. Today, we're going to be learning and drawing a bunny. All right. We're going to be learning about the seasons, and spring is coming. It's hopping on in pretty soon. We're going to need paper, pencil, and crayons to draw our bunny friend. And I'm going to read a book today, like usual. We're going to answer our questions using our thumb signals and hand signals and even body signals. And when we come back from our first screen break, we're going to draw our bunny friend step by step. Then we'll take our second 5-minute screen break. And then when we come back from that, we'll talk about different colors that bunny rabbits can be. And we'll color together. You'll help me decide which color to use and which colors to not use. All right. So this is like a lesson about migration, hibernation, and the seasons changing to spring. Let me introduce the book. It's called Snow Rabbit, Spring Rabbit. Now, after this, I'm going to ask a few questions. So I want you to get ready. So let's first shake out your thumbs like this. Now let me see a thumb to the side. That's going to mean maybe or I don't know. You could also go like this with your shoulders. Very good. Let me see you shake those thumbs. And let me see a thumbs up, one only. Very good. That's going to mean yes. You can go like this with your head. Affirmative. Correct. Very good. Shake those thumbs and one thumb down. That's going to mean no. You can go like this with your head. No. No. Very nice. Shake those thumbs. Double thumbs down. That means never, never whatsoever. No way, no how. Shake those thumbs. Double thumbs up. Very good. That means absolutely, positively. Why, certainly, yes. Very good. The last thing I want us to practice is raising your hand. Okay? Don't use the Google hand raise button because I'm not able to see it at all times. I'm kind of reading a book sometimes. I'm not always looking to see if the hand raise button is up. But what you can do, especially after I ask a question, is raise your hand like this. Go ahead. Give it a practice right now. Give it a try. Hold your hand, your fingers towards the camera. That's what we're doing. Very good. That way I can call on you. Remember, when you're raising your hand, I call on you. You unmute your microphone. Beep. And then you can give me the answer, or you can give me your question, and then you unmute yourself again, and then you mute yourself again. All right? Remember, questions they start with who, what, when, where, how, okay? Why? I think I got them all. Those are questions, okay? And remember, they should pertain to art class, hibernation, migration, bunnies, books, to the topic at hand, okay? I don't want to hear about your pet dog. Okay, I do love animals. I love dogs, but we're talking about bunnies and bunnies today. If you had a pet bunny, that's when you raise your hand. Okay? Let's see. What else? Questions. When I ask a question, I may not be able to call on everybody. Okay? I try to do my best. Just keep your hand up until I do call on you. Once I see it, I'll let you know by saying your name. That's when you unmute yourself and tell me the answer. All right. We're not going to have many questions and answers going on. So when I ask you to respond today in the asynchronous world, where we are now, you could just shout out the answer. Okay. You don't have to shout out like, ah! You could definitely just, say the answer like, migration is when a flock of birds flies south for the winter. Or you could say, Hibernation. Yes, I know what hibernation is. Hibernation is when an animal will go to sleep during the winter months to conserve energy and food. Those are fine. Let's start reading a book. Let's have some fun. Snow Rabbit, Spring Rabbit. This is written and illustrated by Il Sung Na. Okay, I really like the pictures in this book. When snow falls to the ground and all the trees are bare, everyone knows it's winter, including the rabbit. Some fly away in the cold. Do you remember what that's called? Migration. Some have a long, cozy sleep where they live. Remember what that's called? Hibernation. Some swim to warm waters. Look at all those turtles. While some have thick, woolly coats, they can stay in the snow. Some gather extra food for winter. While some travel far to find things to eat. Some stay very still. While some keep busy moving fast and staying warm. But when the snow has melted and the trees are in bloom, everyone knows it's spring. Including the rabbit. The end. Bunny ears. If I get mine right, I don't have to put fingers on my head. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you like that book. Very nice. Now, what is it called when an animal flies away south for the winter? I mentioned it a few times. That's right. If you said migration, give me a thumbs up. Very good. Now, what is it called when an animal sleeps for the winter? That's right. It's right over there. It's called hibernation. Give me a thumbs up if you knew hibernation was when an animal sleeps. We did the bear the other week. Very nice. Good. And what change did you see in the book? Did you notice any changes? That's right. We saw some different colors being used. We saw... Did you see a change in the rabbit color? Let me show you. The beginning of the book. That's right. And what color was he at the end? There we are. Yeah, some yellows and browns and tans. A little bit of an orange. Orange. Yeah. So there's a lot of different colors a rabbit can be. I want you to think about that while we take our first screen break, okay? We're going to need that information in a little bit. So stop, think about that. We're going to take our 5-minute screen break, and I'll see you shortly, everyone. Remember, a screen break's a great opportunity to get up and stretch. Go ahead and look out the window. Get a sip of water. If you need to go to the bathroom, go ahead and use the bathroom. Don't leave the room without telling an adult. I'll see you shortly, everyone. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are going to now draw our friend the bunny, but if you remember before break, I asked you, what other colors can bunnies be? Go ahead and list them off right now. That's right. I'm going to tell you the ones that I know now. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you said white, brown, tan, black, orangish, yellow, gray, or even spotted or splotchy. Very good. That's all the ones I can think of. If you can think of more, leave that in the comment below. Wait, don't give me a thumbs down. Give me a bing thumbs up on this video. All right. So those are the colors that we can have for our bunny rabbit, and we'll get the color that after we draw it step by step. So the first thing you're going to need is paper. Next thing you're going to need is pencil, preferably with an eraser. The eraser is great in case you make a mistake. You can just and wipe it away with your hand. No more blowing away the dust of your eraser. Okay. I'm going to use a crayon. I like to use my trusty black crayon just so I can show you how it's done. It's a lot easier to see the crayon. You can use a crayon too if you'd like. The beautiful thing about the crayon is it's nice and dark. The bad thing is can't erase, and that's okay. If you make a mistake, try to turn that mistake into a masterpiece. There's a lot of different ways to do that. One way not to do it is to scribble and scratch it out. Okay, don't scribble over it. Maybe move on to another area and try to do it. That's a good way to kind of ignore it or forget about it. Or you can add extra things to it and make double or triple and make it look like it was done on purpose. It's okay. There's a lot of different ways to remedy a mistaken mark on your paper. Also, markers. If you want to use a marker, an adult is with you, that's up to you. That's fine if the adult says so. I do not like markers. Markers will go through your paper. They get on your hands. They get on tables and desks. And if you don't have the right kind of marker, they're very, very hard to get out. So if you have a permanent marker, that's a super no-no. But if you're using a whiteboard and a marker, as long as the parent says it's okay, then it's on them. Okay? That's all right. But I prefer not to. Let's begin. Hold your paper just like this. What do we call that? Vertical. If you said vertical, give me a thumbs up. If you said portrait, give me an okay. Portrait is definitely an okay answer at your age. And vertical is kind of like our fancy word. That's something you're going to need to know in like second grade. All right. So, as you can see, we start off with this shape right here. There it is. It's really hard to do on this one. This one, the reverse image is odd. I can actually read what's written behind me. Okay, so we have that shape. Let me see what it looks like with your hands. Very good. The circle. So with the circle, we're going to draw a huge, gigantic, big circle. Problem at our age, we draw things tiny and small. We want to draw as big as we can, and it's okay if it goes off the paper. That's how big I want it to be. We're going to draw a really big circle. It could be an oval. It could look like a potato. As long as you're trying, that's what we're looking for as adults and teachers and parents. Okay, we just want you to give it your best shot as best as you can, and it's okay if there's 2 or 3 lines going around. Okay, a way to practice is just go nice and big, just like this, on the bottom part of your paper. Now we know where it's going to go and how it's going to look. Not bad. Oh, remember, I've had a lot of practice. This one looks pretty good. All right. You can still, it's not perfect, but remember, even multi-million-dollar artworks that are hanging up in fancy museums are hanging there because they're not perfect. If someone tells you otherwise, it's personal then. It's like, this is personally perfect to me, and you can't argue with that either. But, I mean, Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, the smile. Some people say it's perfect. I say it's imperfect. And that's what makes it perfect. See what I mean? It's like, I can't even do it. Okay, so we have our circle. Next, we're going to start with our nose in the middle of our circle. All right, what shape is our nose? Hold it up with your fingers and hands. We're going to use the heart. We've done this a few times. It's kind of like a C, a letter C, capital C, and then you point down at the end. Okay? And you do the opposite going the other way. All right. The next thing we're going to do is the mouth. Okay, it kind of has two cheeks on the side. You go like this for the mouth, and you make a letter J, capital J. Kind of like a, and then we do the opposite on the other side. It's like a backwards J. It looks like almost like a fish hook. Okay, there you go. Now I like to have how many whiskers on each side? Let me see your fingers. 3. When I was your age, I used to go like this for 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool. Now, we need to have a pair of eyes. How many eyes does that mean? A pair. Correct. Peace. 2. So, I'm going to make them big black circles. You can draw them however you want. I'm going to color them most of the way in, except I'm going to leave a little white there. Remember what that's called? Call that eye shine. It gives it a little personality. Gives it makes it look like it's got some life to them. All right. You can add an eyebrows if you want, or eyelashes if you want. Maybe 4 eyelashes. Up to you. You could add a bow at the bottom or a bow on the top. We're not going to do those. We are going to make a pair of ears next. That's right, 2. So this shape, as you can see, it's kind of like an oval, maybe like an arch. We did do an arch before. Okay, what you do is I start above the eye almost, and I kind of go up at a diagonal like this. And above this ear, and we're going to point towards this corner. I went off the paper. That's okay. We're going to turn our mistake into a masterpiece. This happens all the time, especially when I'm holding it up in the air. The board isn't solid and I'm going off the paper, and you might go off your paper too. That's totally cool. You know what I'm going to do? Just going to act like nothing happened. Just what I told you earlier. Teaching moment. Not bad, right? Give me a thumbs up if you like it so far. No! You're entitled to your opinion. All right. We can now draw another oval arch on the inside to represent the inside of the ear. All right. I'm going to add maybe a little fluff on top of his hair like that. Maybe a little bit of a hairy hair on top of his, some fur sticking out. You do some fur sticking out the side. Yeah, very cool. You can add teeth if you really want to. I don't like to. It kind of looks more like a beaver or something then. All right, so we have our bunny. He's already created. We have the face, the nose, the ears. We have one more thing to do. Color it. So before we color it, we're going to take our next and final 5-minute screen break. right, welcome back, everybody. So, let me see what your bunnies look like colored in, and then you'll help me color mine in. Very nice. If you took a regular break, that's okay. If you want to color along with me, that's fine too. We're going to start by picking a color. Okay? Remember, the colors that we could be: gray, spotted or speckled, black, white, tan, brown, orange. I don't want to leave my bunny white. No. I think that's a great idea. We're going to do tan. I guess this is tumbleweed. Tumbleweed, booyah. And, oh great, now I have to get this next one right. Let's do, this does look like a tan. Booyah! I got both my Crayolas right. So we're going to do tan and tumbleweed, which are two different kinds of tans, but we're going to make them spotty splotchy. Okay? Now, if you'll know, rabbits, when they are in winter, they have a white coat, fluffy, warm white coat, and they do not hibernate. Okay? And they do not migrate because that's what the birds do. Remember? So what they do, though, is they have a white coat, and then when it comes summer and spring and summer, they have a darker coat, shorter hair. We're going to make ours like it's springtime. Remember, spring is just around the corner. Okay, so I'm going to color lightly. So I hold my crayon about halfway up, and I color it in as so. Having fun. Now, a white bunny is going to have pink ears and pink nose, and we could do that too if you want. There we go. Looks good for now. And that was our tan. Time for tumbleweed. These are so similar in color, I'm going to go a little bit darker with my hand on this one. Hopefully we'll be able to see a distinct difference in the colors when I hold it away from my face. Bamba! Can hardly tell. That's all right. I think it looks awesome anyway. Now, if you want, you could do some fun designs in the nose or the ears. If you want, we can practice some new designs using some of the bunny colors. You could use the black. Don't use white, just because our paper is white. But I would use maybe gray. Let's see if we can find a gray. This looks like a Timberwolf gray. It's regular gray. I tried. Okay, so we're going to do different lines in the nose and the two ear areas, and then we'll color them a third color. All right, so remember we could do wavy lines. Like that, or like this. You can do zigzags. Like that, like this, or even like this. All right. You can do other design ideas like shape designs. Okay, so these are good for lines. These are good for shapes. You can do circles, triangles, ovals, squares, rectangle, trapezoid, and what's our last one? Well, we could do a semicircle up here. And we could do a crescent down here. All right. Last one, the nose area. That can be different colors. We'll do that one different colors. Different colors of pink. Let's see if I can find all the different colors of pink I have. Is this pink? Is this pink? Sure, why not? Wow, I have a lot of different color pinks here. Okay, I think that's all we're going to use. Okay, this is Tickle Me Pink. Start with that one. I'm going to just put a line right there. It's Tickle Me Pink. And since I'm doing that, I might as well just do the ears. Tickle Me Pink up here. Seems good. Next, I have melon. A little bit of an orange color to it. Salmon. This is a little bit purple or lavender to it. Let's see what they call it. Lavender. And the final one I have is going to be Carnation Pink. You can see all the colors in the nose. And I use the back of my crayon to color the rest of the ears in. There we have it. Now we have about 4 minutes left. I'm going to let you know that you can sign your name at the bottom of this. One corner or the other. Have an adult take a picture of it and send it to my email address that you saw on the screen break. Or, if an adult is next to you and willing to help you out, you can feel free to use scissors to cut it out. All right, let's do the scissor song together. Scissors are for cutting paper. 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 Your turn. Scissors are for cutting paper. I can hear it. Scissors are for cutting paper. I can't see it. Scissors are for cutting paper. Try to wink. Scissors are for cutting paper. Relax. Now remember, scissors, use them only when an adult is next to you or keeping an eye on you. You should be using child scissors only. Your thumb goes in the top and you cut away from yourself like this. Okay, you turn the paper and you stay where you are and you don't turn your scissors around like this ever. Next, if you have to walk with scissors, hold on to the scissors like this, keep it at your side. But I think the best way to travel with scissors is to keep them in your art box, keep them with your crayons, keep them in one spot so you don't have to worry about walking around with scissors. You really shouldn't be walking around with scissors. There's really no need to walk around with scissors at all whatsoever. All right. When cutting out, if you're going to cut this out, you're going to want to stick to the outline, all right? You may have some trouble when you get to fur like this or anything that's outside of the lines. It's okay if you cut through that and you lose the fur sticking out the side, all right? You will have really hard time when you're getting to this corner and this corner, okay? Because you kind of have to turn the paper acutely, like extra much, like a lot, to get to that corner. It's okay if you leave a little curve going on. That's fine too. It's okay if you take your scissors out and readjust the paper before you begin cutting again, all right? Remember, scissors don't go near the eyes, nose, face. They don't go near your friends or your family. Scissors are a tool, not a toy, all right? Have fun with these. You can color these in or cut these out with an adult supervision and send a picture of it to KLASCALA@WBOE.net. All right, I hope you had a great time. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Very good. Awesome. I'll see you next week. Have a great day. Have a wonderful week. Have a good night. So long. Bye-bye, everyone.